Hey, you crazy motherfuckers. Welcome to the episode 6 of Crazy Quickies.
Or episode 5, either one, but we'll just roll with that.
Fucking A!
Do the rest of it.
What's the rest of it? I don't know what
Do you not listen to the shit we do?
I'm sorry.
I'm the host with the most.
But I'm not the host with the most.
You are right now.
I'm the host with the most, Amanda, and this is the lovely. I can't have a straight face. This is the lovely, lovely Mr. Cole.
Hi. Okay, so we thought we'd go ahead and change it up a little bit because today's topic, today's topic is hall passes, and so I thought, you know what? Because we all know who has the power in the lifestyle. That would be the power of the vagina. Dun, dun, dun. So we thought, why not have Miss Amanda or Amanda be the lead on this, and I would be the lovely, lovely, lovely Mr. Cole. This is the best show ever.
Oh, my God.
Okay, so we want to talk about. Feel free to jump in and take over at any point in time. This is your show. We want to talk.
How is it mine?
Because you have all the power. When it comes to a hall, okay, wait, stop. Ponder? What? No, you've got me all flustered. Pause. Okay, so for those of you who don't know what a hall pass is, you're obviously brand new in the lifestyle. You don't know to ask for one of these yet. A hall pass is
Permission to play alone.
Or right.
Given permission to play alone.
Right, exactly, by your significant other. So what that would mean in this situation is, let's hypothetically say that there was actually a girl that wanted to fuck me, and I wanted to fuck her, yay, but she only plays alone. She doesn't play as a couple. Mm-hmm. So that's where I would go to Miss Amanda and go, hey, Miss Amanda, I really want to go fuck this girl, and she would say yay or nay. Now, this you usually don't have a hall pass at a party. You can have hall passes at parties, but like she's got to work late. And here's the deal: is it okay if I go meet up with lovely contestant A and have sex with her alone? That's a hall pass. Mm-hmm. Okay, so when we're talking about hall passes, there's the first thing. What type of hall passes are there? There's the ultimate go play alone hall pass, right? There is party hall passes. I mean, that would be, we do party hall passes more than anything else, right? And then there's also, like, I like to call it, like, the super duper hall pass, the unlimited hall pass. Yeah, that would be more for friends with benefits. We'll get into that in just a second. So, okay, so we didn't use hall passes for quite a while.
Oh, no,
because we've been in the lifestyle almost 9 years, and we really didn't ever play alone until probably the last year and a half, 2 years. Mm-hmm. So a hall pass really wasn't something that we were really comfortable with. Some couples only play alone, so then they really don't have a hall pass type thing. That's just how they swing. That's how they enjoy the lifestyle, right? Mm-hmm. When we first started talking about hall passes, we probably talked about this for like a long time. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm guessing probably a year or more before we ever agreed to play alone.
Before we were comfortable with it.
Because obviously there's all kinds of other things that go along with it when you take that leap to go ahead and start playing alone. So think back to when we did the first hall pass, which we did things kind of unique because both of our first hall passes was actually where we were not, it just kind of worked out this way. It wasn't like a plan, but where we were not in the same town. Mm-hmm. What happened? So mine, you were at a clear across a different state, and for yours, I was in a different state. Mm-hmm. So there were some added challenges there because we didn't have the typical, when we come back, we could talk face to face, we could reconnect, the reconnection sex. We didn't have any of that. Mm-hmm. We didn't get to mark our territories. So that was a challenging, a little more of a challenging thing with it. And the other challenge when we did our hall pass, well, at least with mine, with your hall pass, it was somebody that we had played with them as a couple. Mm-hmm. With mine, it was someone that we'd never played with before, and it was a single female. So there's all kind of challenges. So the first thing, what do you think is the biggest thing that you took out of with a hall pass? If you had to tell anybody there in our situation, what is the biggest thing that you would tell them to do with a hall pass in that situation that they need to do?
What do you mean?
Well, what advice
For me
would
giving
give?
you one?
No. For you, let's say you've got somebody that's a new in the life or new doing that. What piece of advice would you give them?
Talk about it afterwards, at least.
Yeah, really, that's the biggest thing. Communication. I mean, it always comes down to the same thing. You have to talk about it. There's a whole new series of emotions and whatever that goes with that, with a hall pass. Here's the other thing. Now, I don't know. We're a little bit different. Some people give, like, open-ended hall passes all the time. What happens is some people assume they have an open-ended hall pass. A hall pass is no different than anything else. You've got to take and make sure that you're on the same page on exactly what is and is not okay on the hall pass.
Right.
Because if you don't, man, that is nothing but a fucking disaster. Absolutely waiting to happen.
Doesn't necessarily mean the no-go list.
Yeah,
is
exactly.
approved.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there still needs to be. You need to talk all that out, because if you don't, a hall pass going from a really fun thing is going to suck ass. It's going to be really, really bad. Now, if it's a party hall passes are a little bit different, I think. I mean, we're kind of weird. Again, this is just our opinion. So a party hall pass is a little bit different because we're at a party. We're both talking to people, whatever the case may be. It's not you're not setting up a separate time. It's like, hey, I'm going to go back with Bob, and I'm going to go have sex with Bob right now. Or I'm going to go fuck Jill. If there's any hot Jills, let me know. Anyway, so it's a little bit different story than that. Which do you prefer? Which are you more comfortable with? Now,
any of it. But
isn't it funny how much it changes?
It does, but I think initially probably the more comfortable would be the party.
Because
you're still at the same party.
Yes, you can reconnect. You can reconnect. You can actually, when you're totally a long ways away, that can be kind of like overwhelming a little bit all the way across the board. Okay, then you have the final hall pass, which is the true, like, the super hall pass. We both have a super hall pass on a couple of people, which is okay. So a hall pass, that actually ties more down into like friends with benefits, because at this point in time, yeah, we still communicate. Hey, we're going to whatever. We still make sure it's okay in that regard, but it's not so much a permission thing. It's not a, it's like, hey, I'm gonna go take and hook up with this person. I'll talk to you later. Type scenario. Sometimes it's set up on a separate outside event. Sometimes it's at a party, whatever. It's really not a big deal at that point in time. It's almost really more like friends with benefits. But one thing we still do, and it doesn't matter, and I cannot stress this enough, we still communicate. Because even though we have the last event we were at, you were like, well, why didn't you have an open-ended hall pass with this person? Why didn't you use it? I said, because I didn't get a chance to double check anyways. It's not that I had to. And you said you don't have to. It's not that we have to. It's more just a thing of, it's a respect thing. Never forget that a hall pass is just that. It's a hall pass. It's a permission type thing. And one thing we've seen with lots of couples, if you take and abuse a hall pass, that's a quick way to exit out of the lifestyle. So the other thing I think, you tell me if you'd agree. If you're new in the lifestyle, don't start handing out hall passes right away.
No.
Take your time. You'll have plenty of time to get to hall passes. Stick with your rules. Keep communicating. You'll have a blast that way. Okay, do you remember my line on how to go out? Oh my God. Come on, you can do it. Do I need to write this out for you?
Doing it the only way I know how and the only way I want to. Casbah style out.
Everybody likes a quickie because it's short and sweet. Bye.